Hey, welcome to Odd Jobs. Today we're at Liberty Way Farm and we're going to be assembling one of these Bell-Matic automatic hanging watering systems. It's going to be fun. IKEA might make better drawings than this, but we're going to go with it. Okay, hose. Looks like a pump. That is a pump, a priming pump. A spring tab. Hose connector. A hook. That looks like a float valve. And let's see how it goes. It tells me to take number 18. Looks like this thing. Looks like this thing. And it goes this way. That makes sense, because it's going to hang, right? Everything goes through this. There's a plate with a hole in it, right? This. Yeah. Okay. Does that seem right? And a nut. Wow, that's really a snug nut. I'm afraid of cross-threading it, so I'm not going to bother with it. 16. A spring. There's the spring. That's as far as it goes there. Wow. It's going pretty good. Then this, which is the actual bell feeder. Okay. Okay. Yeah, then this. Right. So it has this exploded view here of 26, which is the valve it's going in, and it is pre-assembled, but it gives you the tear down in here, so that I guess so you don't mess it up, right? So this one here is going to go in there in a half turn. Okay, so it's telling, the thing says to fill this canister up with water. You fill this up with water. That makes it a weight. It's a weight. Okay, fill it up with water. I'm going to tell you to put the lid on. Okay. That's a substantial weight now. So I understand that. And we can put the nut on. This nut's just going to hold the weight. Now, I have an issue with hand tight Because when it's out there and it's going hot, cold, cold, hot, stresses all kinds of stuff, I think you do need a little bit of extra turn. And lock it with the nut. Because this starts to spin for any reason, then it's going to come off. It's plastic, so we've got to be careful with that too. So that's that, okay. And then we're going to put the bell on it. So this is where the chickens actually drink out of, this ring in here. It's going to go around everything. Right? I already threaded this in, and this. Everything goes together. So wow, this was quite the. It's a new thing for me. But it's come together. It's okay. It's pretty freaking heavy. So we've got this 40-gallon drum that came from somewhere, food grade. You want everything that you want to feed your chickens with, or anything like that, I think needs to be food grade. I'm not a farmer per se, but I do a lot of work on the farm, and they pretty much insist on being farm grade. So we're going to use this to hold our water, and we're going to build a stand for it. So here we go. The first thing I want to know is how high this is, and it stands at 18 inches thereabouts, but we want it to be off the ground, because we don't want this to sit on the ground and the chickens to sit on it, poop on it, spill it, knock it, rock it, or anything like that. So I don't know how tall chickens are. They can't be much taller than 18 inches. But I figure if I can make this platform, we're going to go underneath at 24 inches, maybe 26 inches. I'm just thinking of how high this has going to be on top of the barrel. And 26 inches, well, that's going to be about that height. I'm thinking how easy it's going to be to fill it with water, because we're going to be sticking a garden hose in it. So even if it's at 5 feet, this is at 35, 5 feet is here, so that looks like 25 inches. So we can make the platform bottom to top at 25 inches. What does that mean for this? Just trying to get a visual on all this. We could put it at 25 or 26 inches. And what that's going to do is give us a little bit of headroom there to work with and go up and down, and still short enough that you know, a 10 or 12-year-old kid could put a garden hose in there and fill it up. So we're going to go with 26 inches. So I'm using whatever we find laying around the farm, and I found this 12-foot long 4x4. It's seen better days, but I'm sure I can get 4 legs out of this. There we have 1, 2, 3, 4 legs. This barrel is going to sit on it. This barrel is 24 inches around. Looks like that's a good dimension for our tabletop. So if we want the dimension of being 24 inches, then I'm going to be cutting my 2x4 framing to be a little bit larger than that, because I want to wrap it around the legs. So I'm going to just cut each of these pieces at 26 inches. And let's see where that takes us. This measurement is completely arbitrary. As long as all your 4 boards are the same, I'll show you how it works. It'll work just fine. Assembly is going to be easy. We're going to lay 2 of these down. And we're going to put 3 screws in there. 2 screws might be enough to hold it, but 3 will make sure it doesn't twist under the load. Now with 3 screws on it, it won't twist this way. And because there's top and bottom, it won't twist that way. Got it? Yeah. So I'm going to do the other 3 just like that. So when I have all 4 of these together, now I can add another leg to it. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to be overhanging to the edge of the 2x4. You see it there? Right. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put 3 screws in here into the 4x4. 2 on the bottom. And then I'm going to take 2 others, and here we're going to put top of the 2x4, top 2x4, from this 2x4 into the 2x4 below it. This is going to make an incredibly strong structure, and hopefully I won't have any need to put any supporting members on the bottom of the legs. So I've done one section here. Okay, another section here. Now we're going to put that together. Here. So, okay, and there's your table frame. It's going to be incredibly strong. Very strong. What's next, eh? Okay. Once you have your frame built, and once that water tank's on there, it's going to be really strong. We're also going to be putting a lid on it here. This is 28 inches. 1 inch pine. Okay, that's enough. 27.5 inches. Cut like crazy. Let's get these on. You don't need a full floor for this. Enough that's going to support everything, but you don't need a full floor. Okay, so we've got our table. Congratulations, we have a table. Not done yet. The barrel's going to go on top of the table, like so. Yeah. Once you put some water in it, yeah, it's going to be just fine. See underneath now, that's where we have to deal with some stuff. find the center here. So there's the center. Let's drill a hole there. Might be a little difficult to see there, but I've drilled 3 holes here in the top, right on the center. One in the center, on and on. And you can see underneath here, I hope so, I can get myself wrapped up around this. The hole in the center is a dead hole, and we've created a loop on our hook and run it all the way up and out. So it comes up and out here through the top, so that if we have to lower this, we can lower it and raise it to whatever height we want. Because I don't know what height we're going to put it at. And then once we're done that, you can lift it up to the height we want, run it over, and I put a series of pins here. And they're just screws. And so that we can wrap the string up. Because the biggest fear I have is that I cut off the string and then we decide we want to hang it from the ceiling or something. And then once you have it all wrapped up, you can just wrap it up and tuck it, you know, in there somewhere, and it's fine. It's going to hang there. And then we can put our barrel on top. Wow. And that's how it's going to work. Now the beautiful thing about this is that because it's hanging from a string, that'll always hang level. It won't spill. And the chickens, they can swing it all they want. You'll have a little bit of spillage from just the motion of the swinging, but you're not going to lose everything. You're not going to make a whole big mess in your coop. And that's the whole idea. Wow. Now we have to fill it up. $11:30. So that's what 11:30 looks like, right? So if you never used any of the drill gauge before, they're pretty handy. Now this one here has metric and imperial. When you're measuring these, never use the shaft. Always use the drill. And this one here, which is 11/32, should be able to just slide through. If you have to turn it to get it in, then it's not right. See, this one will not fit in 21/64, but it slides through 11/32. Makes that 11/30. Oh, that's very snug. Very snug. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to put some water in it. Right on. Ta-da! Okay. Now the final thing I need to do here is to adjust this. I want it to fill up more than it's filling up. And the trick to it is taking this here clip off and loosening off this red screw, and then I've got to hold on to this and loosen off the yellow one. And loosen up the yellow one until it starts to flow like that. Now the water's flowing out and it's going to fill up until the weight of the water overcomes the spring weight, and then it'll shut the valve. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If it's really helped you in your projects at home or on the farm, hit that super thanks below. I'd really appreciate it. Don't forget to check out our friends at Liberty Way Farm, and thanks for watching Odd Job.